You never know what you'll find in the universe of my mind. Okay, I'm going to film this one with my phone. The way I did all the stack of journals. So here we go with the flip through of the first and probably the only show ups journal. Show ups are things like this. You see her? There's her eye, her other eye, her nose and lips. So she's a show up. She showed up in the paint from one of my paint palettes. And so saw her, kept her, and made some notes about her. That's one kind of show up. The show ups that I see most are the ones that I see, like the critters and such, that I see like in, well, okay, these are all the same kind of show up, but I also see them like in floor tiles or in like wood knots like this. For example, there's a critter right here. So I see things like that, or in floor tiles, or in the trees, or in the clouds, or just, I see them everywhere. I see them everywhere. Faces and critters and lambs. I should link that song because it's appropriate for this video. Anyway, so I started this journal, which is dedicated to the show-ups. This is another show-up. I spilled some watercolor water, and it made this dog-like critter. And so I started it on Thursday, January 13th, 2022, and I just completed it today, which is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. Happy International Women's Day, by the way. She's kind of appropriate for that. Anyway, so yeah, I just finished it just like a few minutes before I started filming this video. And so I don't know how much talking I'll do for this one. I might just do a flip through with just music, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I'm editing or how it goes. So I'll show you this in a bit. Well, at the end, actually, because but this one was inspired by Teresa. Yeah, I'll try to put links in the description. So this is not really a show up exactly, but I still put it in this show ups journal because I found him during one of my decluttering sessions, and so he showed up in one of my piles, but technically he's not the kind of show up that I have throughout this themed journal. Yeah, maybe I will do some chatting after all. Now this, I woke up with several critters in my head, and this was one of them. So yeah, doing this journal. Oh geez, maybe I need a story time or something before I start this. Anyway, found these these smiley, adorable guys during one of my puttering sessions, it says. But this was one of the critters I woke up with in mind, and his limbs, theoretically, his limbs move and such. And so does his head, and he was when maybe it was a dream, or yeah, I woke up with this feller balancing himself. He was in my mind, but I don't know if it was like a half dream, half awake state or whatever, but anyway, he was balancing himself on the door frame, and there was just a little bit of light peeking through from the other room, and so yeah, there you go. So as I started to say, I can't remember what inspired this idea for a themed journal, but I just decided one day that I was going to dedicate an entire journal for just show-ups. And on the one hand, I do like the idea that most of my show-ups are friendly alien critters. But sometimes they're not, like the cover lady there. Sometimes they're recognizable things and whatever. But I like the fact that I now have a completed journal with all these critters. I had forgotten about most of these, so it's kind of neat. It's fun to look through them. It's fun to visit with them and stuff. But I kind of miss having them in my normal art journal, and so I doubt that I will do this again. I'm not going to say never, because you never know. I might change my mind down the road. But for now, I just completed this one today, and I just completed and did a flip through the other day of my regular art journal. So that means that I'm ready to start a new journal, and like I could start a new one of this too, but I think I'm just going to simplify things and go back to putting everything just in the one journal. See, this one was in a backyard tree, and this heart-shaped critter in a piece of wax paper. But and so yeah, I started. Oh, he's got really long limbs. Come on. So wax bloom. So yeah, I don't know if I finished saying. I think I'm just going to go back to just having everything in the one journal, because I prefer that, because I just prefer the variety and not having to figure out where to put this journal and that journal and the other journal while I'm trying to work in the other one, and just having to switch back and forth and stuff. I just want to simplify things and just be able to do whatever in the one journal. So I mean, I don't regret having done this one, but so this is a piece of plastic wrap, and it looks like I used it as tracing paper over the top of probably a floor tile or something where I saw all these critters. And so then, okay, so this is here. So like I often see them in my waste or my scrap paper, and so yeah, this is one of my favorite things to do is create friendly alien critters. And this, I kind of wish this guy was on my cover because he's one of my favorites from the whole journal. He looks so comfy and he's probably dreaming of good things. It was a floor tile that I saw him in. So some of them are a little bit interactive. Most of them are not. So that's a piece of scrapbooking paper. But yeah, I was about to say I probably would find some in here too, and I do. But yeah, oh yeah, there are lots of them, lots of really pretty ones actually. But I mean, I literally could spend all day, every day for my entire life doing this because it never ends. I see them all the all the time. Like it doesn't stop. Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming, but I really love them. So, but. In the bath mat. So you just never know where they're going to show up from. Oh. Okay. So this is I don't know if I'll be able to find her video, but my friend Laurie was doing some art, and I saw this adorable critter in her piece, and here he is. So yeah, okay, I can. It'd be a little bit complicated to get him back in there, but there you go. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got him back in there. It wasn't that hard. It's just that it's easier with both hands. I'm holding the phone with my other hand. Anyway, and I'm pretty sure that these were, yeah, this was still inspired by my friend Larry. Saw this girl in one of her pieces. floor tile. So sometimes the scrap paper one is better than the one that I complete. But oftentimes that one is good. These are stickers. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna put music on now in editing, unless there's something important to say about any of them. Okay, like this one kind of needs an explanation. This is this lamp. It's got a magnifying glass and a light, and it's on thing, and it's battery operated. Needs new batteries. Anyway, so I saw these plants, alien plants on it, and I also saw all these other ideas, or this was from something. Mindful art haikus. Okay, so yeah, this was part of a lesson of some sort. I didn't think I had any of that kind of stuff in this journal. But anyway, that lamp is what inspired this. And then probably just invented that. And then I kind of like this little cluster of random bits. Not that it has anything to do with the journal, but so it looks like I had left this page blank, intending to do some or one of these ones, but never got to it. I'm not sure if I ever will. But I guess I probably should. I guess I should have had a quick look through before I started filming a flip through, but anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Drop splatter. I was just thinking to myself, I quite like this critter, and looks like I did when I did it too, cause I kind of went crazy. So I traced it and experimented with different coloring. those were inspired by something I saw on the Muppet Show. They're a tiny bit creepy, but kind of beautiful at the same time somehow. This is one of them. But they're all friendly. They're all friendly in my world. This one, especially his eyes, his expression, reminds me of my neighbor's cat, Boris. She's not just a neighbor, she's a friend too. We got some pretty cute ones in here, if I do say so myself, not to brag, but I mean, that's pretty adorable. think outside the page. Yeah, I had forgotten about a lot of these. Deciding on color combos. Piece of onion peel. Now he was even better before I stuck him down because he was three-dimensional. I did put some stuffing behind him before I stuck him down, but you still see him. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. There's no possible way that I could capture, air quotes, all of the ones that I see, because I see hundreds every day. Well, okay, maybe not hundreds, maybe not every day, but I do see quite a few almost every day. And some days, like yesterday and today, I see like a lot more than usual, which is saying something because, like I just said, I see lots of them. Oh, so I saw all of these things, all of these critters in this piece of toilet paper. So this guy. is this guy, which is my favorite from this page. So sometimes one source shows a pile of, see there's one even in the pencil shaving, there's a critter there that I didn't draw. And there's another one on the back of this sheet. But yeah, sometimes there are multiple critters in the same source, the same area. Oh, that one from the back of the paper that I just showed you, I did her here. She's got big paws, which is adorable. He's not as sad as he looks, it's just the way his eyes are. A leaf. Again, it was more 3D before I taped it down, but I saw these. So this is the one I saw, and then I imagined what the critter looks like from the back and from the side. And this was a piece of a paper snowflake, and there's a critter there. So that inspired a bunch of critters. And that's banana sticker of Stitch. So sometimes even just a random piece of paper from something I'm doing will inspire a critter. Sometimes I like leaving the background very simple. And I mean, yeah, there'd be room for more on this page, but I kind of like that it calls your attention to the two. And simple is awesome sometimes. So Franklin did these ones. I've actually seen this one as well in a floor tile, and Franklin saw him and drew him as well. months later, not knowing that I had already seen him. And then I don't know if these were show-ups for him or if he was just doodling, but yeah, this is Franklin's page, and he said I could have them. So I'll put them in here, and that's just a bunch of stickers to hide some stuff from the scrap paper that I'm not allowed to show. And then I saw this in a floor tile. I was visiting via messenger video with my sister when I did that. And I saw her. I saw her more like a silhouette, but I wanted to do that, and she was in the trees in the backyard. And then I just created this guy just out of my head for her to have something to be grabbing for or whatever. And then this was in the backyard trees as well. So I just, sometimes I make a scene out of a few of the critters. This was a backyard trees one as well. I decided that he looks better without arms, and he's probably aquatic, but I'm not sure. These are more tiles. And then this one was from a photo my sister showed me of a quince about to blossom. So it was just a bud. I don't have easy access to a working printer, so I can't print stuff. Sometimes I wish I could. And that's an example. I wish I could print the photo, but so that's the dude in the quince, and these are the dudes from the floor tile. So this guy was, those are stickers. This guy was actually on the wall in the stairwell. He makes me laugh. He or she, I'm not sure. Anyway. Floor tile, and this was one of those cases where it was really hard to do the initial capture, because I saw like 5 different versions of this similar but different critters, and so I sort of decided on these 2, and then when I did this today, I decided that this one mostly was what I wanted to go with. I'm not sure if I took any of the inspiration from this guy at all. Anyway, so most of the time I will combine it when that happens. I'll combine them, but anyway, so there you go. And then I did some journaling about what I was saying at the beginning of the video, where I don't think I will dedicate a journal for just show-ups again, but you never know. Yeah, so I thought he was appropriate for the last entry because he's waving at us. He or she looks a little bit, I'm not sure what that expression is, but anyway. And then this one was also in a floor tile, and that's the back cover, I'm trying to say.